Namaste, my name is Chander Sirkeck. Welcome to Sunderban Farm Tune.
This area was discovered by us in the year 1954 while on a shooting expedition. So, since this area was rich in wild life, there were a lot of wild goats locally known as ghural. They were in abundance in this area, and of course the Himalayan spotted leopard was also quite very much in existence here, and one of the leopard's caves was very much nearby, where a leopard was shot by us. So during that period, we liked the situation of this area, the beauty of the topography. There was a big contrast in the scenic wealth here. One side there were sheer hills, the other side was river Satluj, and any side you see was a different view. So we decided to purchase this land, and we were lucky enough to get a sizable plot, approximately 200 and some odd bighas. And this land was purchased in the year 1956. The house we are living here was constructed in the year 1960 and 61. So in the beginning, the soil was not so fertile because there was lot of weeds and wild grass known as kash in the local language, which is popularly known as sarkanda in the plains. So when we started reclaiming this land, one of our bullocks was killed by a leopard, and in the very near vicinity, but since there was so much of underbrush and growth there, we could not find it, not even the eagles. Although the eagles used to nest on top of it here in the hills, they also came to know about the killing of the bullock on the third day from the smell itself, not by sight. So, moreover, there were no trees in this whole area, and there were only a few cactus trees, and two of them were quite large, under which we used to eat our lunch and sit for shade during the daytime. All the trees, I mean the forest trees, were also planted by us. The eucalyptus was originally brought from Dehradun, and the other species like drake and other things, they were acquired from different places and planted here. Now we have a huge green cover here. Then we started cultivating this land. So we had been producing approximately 200 bags of wheat. A bag means a quintal of approximately 200 quintals of wheat and 100 quintals of gram every season, plus the vegetables and other things. We had some poultry here, around 100 birds for our own use, because at that time there was no market for it. And the access was also quite far off. There was a jhula near Neerat, and from there we used to cross the river to this side. This area falls in district Kulu. So, and we had to come on foot all the way from there. So, on the way, the area was infested by black bear, and in the evening when we used to come, so on the river bank here, many a times I've seen leopard cubs playing with her mother on the sand. So that was an experience which is only a memory now, because there is no wildlife anymore, hardly any wildlife. And a few birds are there. So and for us also it was an experience, because my family and myself, we belong to Ilaka Kotgarh. So ours was the first generation of Sirkecks in district Kulu. My mother was the daughter of an American, late Samuel Ivan Stokes, who later got settled here in Kotgarh and participated in the independence movement also. So and the Sirkeck family, though we are Rajputs, but even during those days we were quite progressive and all that. So much so that my father married the daughter of an American, Satyanand Stokes, the father of apple industry in Himachal, Pradesh. Now we are a big family. Now the third generation is living with us here. In fact, my grandfather Satyanand Stokes, he came to India in 1904 with Dr. Carlton to serve the lepers. Dr. Carlton was running a leper asylum in Sabatu, which is in Shimla Hills, in Solan district of Himachal Pradesh now. So when he decided to get settled in India, so he started looking for an area where to settle. And during one of his trips, he came to Kotgarh and he was so much enchanted with the beauty of the place, poverty and simplicity of the local people, that he decided to make Kotgarh his home. And then he purchased Barubag estate, a huge estate of approximately 1200 bighas from one Mrs. Bates. So, and originally she and her husband had purchased it to plant for tea plantation. But since the labor had been very expensive from the very beginning here in this area, and the area, most of the people living there were proud Rajputs, so who didn't prefer for menial work. So the tea estate was not a success, although the quality of tea was one of the best in India. So when Satyanand Stokes came here, he realized that this area was ideal for apple plantation. Although there were some English varieties like Baldwin, King of Pippins, and other varieties which were not so good, he decided to import Star King Delicious from United States of America. And the original trees of apples, Red Delicious group, the Royal Delicious, the Golden Delicious and all, they were imported in the year 1918. And that was the period which can be said that the horticulture really got its roots in Himachal Pradesh. Although the English varieties, which were in our land also, and we had a tree which was recorded bearing in 1987 and which was still bearing during that period. This tree died in the fall of 1949 due to a huge snowfall, and the old tree collapsed. So my father played an important role in the cultivation of apple plants as a nursery grower, and we supplied apple plants of Delicious group and other latest varieties all over India to places like Jammu and Kashmir, where they are also growing a Delicious group of apples now, Bhutan, Sikkim, Nepal, Nainital, and places like that. Though there have been lot of improvements, now it has been connected by road. There is a motorable road, and we are having a sand and stone quarry here near the riverside, known as Sunderban sand and stone mines. So, and we have installed an automatic crusher there. Now the operation is all mechanized, which nobody could think of during the period when we purchased this land, because every inch of the area had to be footed out. So there's a big difference. And now my friend, these bikers from Chandigarh, Vivek and co, they are a regular visitor to our farm, and myself, even my granddaughter, she has a favorite statue in Vivek Sharma, and which she looks forward to. And whenever it is known to her that statue is coming, she must also come from Thanedar, where she is studying, to meet her favorite statue. So now there we have electricity also here. Those days was the days of the kerosene lamp. So there are a lot of changes, but the development takes its own toll. But the area and the place is not so peaceful and so beautiful as it used to be.
We stayed overnight in a village, Badhrash, with a family I known to for many, many years. This place is so beautiful, so breathtaking. I feel like coming again, again, and again.
We are a family of adventurers, and our latest adventure is this stone crusher and sand mine now.